Hi folks, this is just a quick video to kind of allay some fears that's been going about regarding to the fly that I tied and put on the internet. And I called it a balance fly, and I think it was a blue flash damsel I tied. Now, the balance fly concept is nothing to do with the dressing. It's actually got to do with how you balance the hook, and that's the concept. The reason I cried at the ballerina is because it just came to my mind that it's a perfectly balanced fly, so why not call it the ballerina? But the actual fly itself is no the ballerina. It's whatever dressing you want to put on the ballerina concept. If you understand me, it'll become evident when I do this. What you're trying to do is balance the weight of that hook so that it stays horizontal rather than being vertical in the water, so that it lies horizontal and it moves horizontally when you move it. And the only way to do that is by balancing the hook. Hence the name I christened it the ballerina, a perfectly balanced fly. And I can't take any credit for this, because I'm no clever enough to come up with something like this. This has come out years ago, and I seen the video years ago, and I re-looked at the video again after I'd read a Trout and Salmon article about somebody rehashing these and making them balance flies, and I was intrigued with it, so I thought, I'm going to tie some of these. So hence, here we go. What I've got in the vise is a jig hook, and it's a size 10 wide gape jig hook, and that's big enough for all I need. I run a bit of red thread on it. Don't matter what it is, because you're going to balance this hook, and the way to balance it is with a tungsten bead. Now the tungsten bead has got to go into some to stay on it to balance, so we'll put it on a dressmaker's pin. You can see the wee head there, and the bead goes up against the pin. Now in this instance, when I started off at first, I had to put them on, take them off, and see if they were balanced. If they weren't balanced, if it was too much bead, I'd need to push it in the way. If it wasn't enough distance from the bead, I'd need to pull it out of the way. Now I know that should be balanced at that distance away from the eye of the hook, with that copper bead that's on it, the copper tungsten. It's a copper coloured tungsten bead. And all it is you're making this hook so it will stay in the water. When it's in the water, it will stay horizontal. So I need to put a wee stopper at the back of the bead to stop it coming off. Stop it running backwards. Now, what you need to do then there, if you're not sure about your balancing, you need to tie it off then, because you've got to super glue these. So tie it off there, and then you check the balance of the hook. So just tie it off, and I'll show you how to check the balance of the hook. Well, the hook and the tungsten. What I've got here, just a bit of nylon. I'm going to stick it through the eye. Stick it through the eye. And release the hook for the vise. And you see what I mean about a balanced hook. The hook is lying horizontal. It's no lying vertical. That would be the normal way for it to lie because of the weight of the hook. But because I've got a tungsten bead on it, it makes it lie horizontal. Now the thing about this horizontal, everything's got to be dressed upside down. If you're putting a nymph on that with a shuck and a nymph thorax cover, you've got to pull it and split it between the jig eye and tie it off at the back behind the bead. So whatever you do, you've got to understand that everything's upside down now. The back of the fly now becomes the inside of the fly, along there, along where the hook eye is. So that's what's called the ballerina. It's the actual balancing of the hook. Why I christened it the ballerina. Now you can put any dressing on that you like. a blue flash damsel, a black lure, anything you like, anything you come up with. Once you've got these, try all different sorts, because I'm telling you, on Sunday when I used them, first time for really having a right go at them, I had 28 fish. And that's no it's not a coincidence, folks. It just totally outfished all the rest of the fishermen that were there. And there was about 11 or 12 men on, and it totally outfished them all. Anyway, give it a try and see how you go on with it. As again, I reiterate it, the ballerina as a concept, the perfectly balanced hook, you can dress it any way you want onto that jig hook, and it can be called the ballerina blue flash damsel, the ballerina God only knows why they take it fly, the ballerina pheasant tail nymph. You understand me? Just understand the concept. It's just to balance the hook, and it works. Take it from me, it works. Thanks for watching.